So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In the last video, we have seen how we can create a new user in Windows EC2 instance and how we can log in that user using RDP client. Today, we are going to create a new user in Linux EC2 instance and we are going to connect that user using SSH client and there are two methods to connect to a new user uh, using SSH client. The first one is using the private key file and the second one is using password. So in today's video we are going to see the first method. So let's begin. In order to access the Linux machine, we have to create a Linux machine. So I have created already one. Let's connect to this machine using SSH client. Let me copy the public IP address for this machine. Now I am going to the folder where I have stored my private key. My private key named this linuxkey.pem is saved in my downloads folder. So let me type PowerShell and press enter. You will see my terminal is being launched in this particular folder. Now to connect to this machine, I am going to use one command. That command is ssh-i, the name of that private key, the default username, @public IP address. So let's try to do that. So simply type ssh-i, the name of the file is linuxkey.pem, followed by default username is ec2-user @public IP address. Press enter. It's being connected. Now in order to create a new user, we are going to use one command. That command is, let me type this one for you. That command is sudo useradd, name of the user. This particular command we are going to use to create a new user. So let's begin. I am going to create a new user, sudo useradd, and let's suppose name is Sagar. Press enter. Now I want to connect to this user. So what command should I use? I will use sudo su hyphen the username. So sudo su hyphen Sagar. Earlier we were connected to this machine using EC2 user, but now I am connected to this machine using Sagar. But in a fresh session, I would like to connect to this user using the private key file. So I have to make certain changes. So in order to do so, let me quickly check what folders or directories are there in this particular path. Type ls-a. You will see we are having .bash logout, bash profile and bash rc. But in order to access this machine using SSH client, I would like to create one folder, one directory named .ssh. You could not give any other name except .ssh. So create a directory named .ssh by using mkdir .ssh. Let me switch to this directory cd.ssh. Now I am inside this directory. Now I would like to add private key access code to this directory. In order to do so, I have to create a file named authorized_keys. But please make sure you could not give the file name something else. You have to name it that authorized underscore keys only. So in order to do so, I am going to create a new file named authorized keys. Let me create that. Touch authorized underscore keys. Now I have to add one code in this file. Where I am going to get that code? So simply you have to install one application named puttigen. I'll provide the link of this application in the description box. You can go and check out that link and download and install that particular application puttigen in your system. Steps are very easy. You have to simply click on next, 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 and it will get installed. So open puttigen. In puttigen, you have to load that private key file, that PEM file. So click on file, click on load. In order to access, you have to select that PEM file through which we have connected. Click on open. After opening, you have to copy this entire code and you have to paste it in that authorized keys file. Let me copy this. Make sure you don't copy any extra space, or you should not miss any of the content of this. So let me edit this file authorized keys using VI editor. You can also go with nano editor. So let me open this file using VI editor. Simply press I for insert, right click and paste. Simply press escape to go to the command mode. Press colon WQ exclamation and enter. It's being saved. Now now I am connected to this user using EC2. Let me press exit first. So now I am connected to this machine using EC2 user. Now I am going to connect this same machine using this new user Sagar. So in order to do so, let me open another terminal. So I am again going to my downloads folder where my Linux private key file is being stored. For now, I am opening CMD. You can use PowerShell also. So I have you opened downloads. Again type this same command ssh-i private key username @ public IP. But this time the username would be Sagar, which we have created new one instead of the default one ec2-user. So let's begin. Simply type ssh-i Sagar, sorry, the private key file name linux key.pem Sagar @ that public IP address. Let me copy that public IP address again, paste it, press enter. You will see now we are connected to the new user using the private key file. This was all about this video. Thank you so much for watching. Meet you again in another such video. Thank you very much.